her. I was sitting and I was talking to my grandmother who passed away. That's taboo. I can't say that to my mom, but I had to.
Yeah.
So immediately when I say that to her, she becomes fearful because she says, you know what, the living has nothing to do with the dead.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I was taught also. The fact that I was taught that and I experience it so vividly over and over and over again, do I discredit what I experienced or do I own it? And because of the fear that's within the society, we try to hold on to one story. But I think the main thing is to understand that we are supported. And I've said before that there is no death, but when I say this, people also get a little bit timid because how could there not be death? Because I experienced this with my friend, my parent, my siblings who passed away. But what they explained to me and what I experienced myself is death in the spiritual realm is not something that is grieved. It's more something that's celebrated because it's changing forms. It's stepping into not less of you, it's stepping into more of what you naturally are, that is spirit. But in our society and traditionally, we are taught to think, oh my gosh, death is a finality, they're gone forever. And because of that, we grow up with this fear of, okay, my grandmother passed, so there's no way for her to have any imprint within my life. And I beg to differ because when I had my near death experience, I had to face up to the fact that I was communicating with my grandmother before my NDE. When my daughter was born in 2017, my grandmother is the one who dreamed me when my daughter came 1 month before time, and she dreamed me that night. And she showed me this child in this orb with a rope tied around their neck. And I was so livid in the dream, like, why isn't anyone saving this child? And when I woke up out of the dream, I realized to myself, oh, that's me. And I never forgot that 3 o'clock that morning, 2017, November 25, when I rushed to the hospital, no water broke. I was not in pain. The doctors turned me back. They said, there's nothing wrong with you. Wait your time. It must be Braxton Hicks. So this experience with my grandmother took me there. And when I was going to leave, I heard the voice, stay. And I went back there. And there was this nurse who just appeared out of nowhere. I don't know where she came from. And they still can't tell me who she was to this day. And she said to me, let me check you just for peace of mind and see what's happening. And I had to write this in a book recently because I have to try to divulge everything in one place. And when she checked, I was 3 inches dilated, no water broke, and I was not in pain. My daughter was born 15 minutes to 12 o'clock that Saturday morning. You know how she was born? She was born the same way I saw in the dream, with her hands like this and the cord wrapped around her neck. She was born blue. And I didn't see her for about 5 hours. They had her in the incubator trying to get air back into her. So when things like this happen and you're seeing it physically, you have to have come to a point where you say, you know what? Possibly there is more going on in this world than what we see with the two physical eyes. We are supported by angels. When we pray, it doesn't go into nothingness. Every time you whisper a prayer, I remember Archangel Michael said to me before, every time somebody prays, a SOS call goes out. And he showed me the visual of light beams going up in the air. There's no prayer, no matter how minute, that doesn't go somewhere. And it goes out there. And what happens is, all of us who are here are boots on the ground for God. So somebody whispers a prayer and they say, you know what, if I could just meet this person or get this opportunity, and all of a sudden you have this nudge in your mind, you know what, I'm going to get up and today, instead of walking that way, I'm walking this way. And you see somebody and you just have this divine feeling, wow, you know what? I'm going to do this for this person, or I'm going to smile with this person, or I'm going to give them $1. It didn't just happen out of thin air. It's you being boots on the ground because somebody whispered a prayer. They said, God, help me out of something. And what I learned is, and many people don't understand, is you are all vessels of God. We are all vessels of God, whether we want to or not. It's the choices you make when you get to see your life review. Everything that you're going to be judging is the opportunities that you had that you chose to withhold love, or the opportunities you had that you chose to give love. That's it. That's the whole narrative of life. And that's the things that you're going to be judging yourself on. And we keep living this life in fear, say, oh my gosh, somebody's going to judge me. The biggest judger of you is yourself. When you get to sit down like I did and feel how you made somebody feel. Can you imagine somebody who's, let's say, a mass murderer or, a rapist or something? You're going to have to face how you made those people face. You can't see the light of God at no point until you resolve those things that you did. So nobody escapes it. But at the end of the day, the biggest judger when you go back to spirit is you. Because the minute you transition from this body and you are back to spirit, immediately you become benevolent. There is no possibility for you to judge. You're not angry. You're not bitter. All you have is unconditional love. And that's for a spirit who goes to the light. The ones who don't, well, they choose what they want to experience until the time comes for them to do or to not. Does anyone have any questions so far?
About 20 years ago,